This is on trail day number 120. It is Friday, October 30th, 2020. And I'm back on the trail where I got off the day before yesterday. It rained all day yesterday from Hurricane Zeta, I believe it was. So it was nice to be sitting in a warm, dry hostel. It's not raining today, but it's not warm. It's about 45 degrees. And the trail looks like it's a little on the damp side. And muddy. That's probably going to make for some slow going in places, but have a hill climb right out the gate, so it should help warm me up a little. I'll try to do 14 miles today at least. Depends on how it goes. May do more. I don't know about shelters or camping beyond the 14 miles. It didn't look that far. So. There's a resort and restaurant in 9 miles, but I don't know if I'll stop there. I don't. It just depends. I've had plenty of town food, so I may not. But other than being cold and a little muddy, it's a great day so far. It's about 8:30, so getting a decent start. Some of the mountains had clouds hanging over them, but some of them didn't, so maybe we'll get some views in today. Got a little bit of a view here at this power line. Not a whole lot, but we'll take it. I'm probably like 0.2 miles in. Already starting to warm up a little. So. If you're cold, just put on a pack and start hiking up a mountain. You'll warm up. Guaranteed. Got a little bit of a view here through the trees. The trail hasn't been too bad. I had to slow down just a little. It's getting a little too warm. I didn't want to start sweating, so. I took my hoodie off just before I started, so when you're really cold, you start out so that you can warm up. Sun peeking out down there in the valley. A nice little view here through the trees. See the sun rays breaking through the clouds. That's the trail going north. And this is the trail going south. You can see all these rocks. Somebody at some point in the past has put a lot of work into this trail. Not bad. So I made it to the top of Mary's Rock. There was a little side trail, I think, that went to the official top, but that's all clouded out, so I'm just sticking to the AT. So really the worst part of the uphill was, I don't know, in the first half mile. I got rocky after that, but it was switched back nice, so nothing real steep. We got like a mile to get to the bird's nest shelter, which is where I would have stayed if I hadn't went in town to the hostel. And I'd probably still be in camp or packing up a wet tarp about right now. So we've had all these several viewpoints, but unfortunately no views. Oh well. We've had a lot of views on this journey, and there'll be more to come. So the shelter, the milepost back there said it was 0.7. And probably been about 3/10 of a mile or so since then. So it's been almost 3 miles, and it's 10 o'clock. Doing pretty good. The trail's a little muddy in some places, but it's not too bad. It's not like walking on a slip and slide, so. There's a bird's nest number 3 hut right on the trail. At the privy there, probably has a good view on a non-cloudy day. Kind of a cool little hut. Picnic table under there, fireplace. I think I'm going to take a break here. Alright, so break time's over. About 10:45. Got a little bit of a view popped out. Can't really see it for the trees, but Oh man, this wind blowing up here, I'm about to freeze. It's 52, my watch says, but the wind blowing, it feels much colder. That and that hill climb this morning got my shirt wet. But we got another little hill to climb, so maybe we can get a little warmed up. I got 10 miles to go. I could go further, but there's the shelter after that's too far, I think. There's a campground between the next two shelters, but it's not free, so I'll probably just do the 10 miles and camp for free. Whew. Hopefully get us over this hill. There won't be any wind. Man. It's peeking out a little bit, but it's still awful dark where I'm going that way. I got here just in time. The clouds started to break. Probably not long, but I get a little bit of a view anyway. Not too bad. So that little climb up wasn't much to it, but I got the blood flowing again, got feeling back in my fingers. So. Yeah, it was crazy. When I got to the shelter, there was no wind. I took my pack off, put my hoodie on, so maybe my shirt would dry a little from the sweat on the back. And that wind started blowing. Didn't take long to get cold then. Hopefully some more of this cloud will burn off as the day goes by. You can see some more views. Alright. There's a nice view there. Skyland Drive is right there. We're almost to the Pinnacles picnic area. 4 miles, 4.5 miles, something like that from Skyland Resort. So, and 9 miles from the shelter. It's 11:30, so good day so far. So I made it to the Pinnacle picnic area. Looks like kind of a nice picnic spot. And picnic tables and fire pits. Just took a break a little bit ago, so no need to stop now. There's a decent view. Starting to get a little color in some of the trees over there. And the trail, pretty much since we left that picnic area, has been nice. I mean, it's kind of rocky, but kind of a nice view spot. This is a little over 2 miles north of Skyland Resort. We got one little climb before we get there and go over Stony Man Mountain, as it's called. So hopefully we'll get a good view at the top of that. And then it'll be time to go get lunch. So there was a sign right over there that said that rock climbing was permitted. I believe I will pass. But I guess if he's into rock climbing, it'd be a cool spot to do. Not a bad view. So we have a temporary reroute. The AT goes that way, but today we're going this way. Best I can tell. It looks like everybody's been this way anyway. We're 0.6 miles from lunch. It's almost 2 o'clock, so it's a good time. So just had lunch. Barbecue sandwich and then some blackberry ice cream pie. Highly recommend. And there's a view, since the clouds kind of broke. Ooh, it got cold. So I got 4 miles to do, and then we'll call it a day at the next shelter. Get our tarp up, get warm, if we're not warm before that. Well, it looks like we're at the end of the detour. Had to come down this road from the lodge thing there. Now we're back on track. Looks like they have camp posts here. I get off the trail, that's something I'm gonna have to look into with the national parks and stuff like that. That's a nice view. It's all sunny and warm over there. And all cloudy and cold over here. That's alright. So we got more deer on the trail. Did not scare each other this time. There's 3 of them. Evening, ladies. Rather healthy deer. I guess they're gonna stand here and take their pictures. It's just kind of cool how the deer in Virginia just chill right here in front of you, like it's no thing. Not a care in the world. That's kind of cool. It's one of those only when it rains waterfalls. So the trail's kind of going through a old rock slide. That's going north. They had signs posted to, you couldn't get off, well, you're not supposed to get off trail for the next 300 yards. So the trail post said we're 0.4 miles from our shelter destination. It's 5:15 almost. So we'll get it in the camp well before dark. It's kind of turned, was going around that mountain, whatever it's called. And then when we got around and kind of turned, I had sun. There's been sun in the valley, but it's the first time it's been shining where I'm hiking today. So I don't know if anybody will be at the shelter or not. I have not seen any other hikers other than day hikers. So probably no southbounders. There is one southbounder. I don't know if he hiked in the rain yesterday or not. So he's either a day ahead or part of the day behind. But yeah, unless there's somebody going northbound, but you can never tell. There's a cabin there also, but it's one of those, you have to make pre-arrangements to stay the night in the cabin. So it's probably locked, I imagine, but the water's down by the cabin. So It might be annoying to some people. They think they're going out for this nice romantic stay at a remote mountain cabin. And I get there and then there's a shelter full of hiker trash. Right next door. But we'll either check it out this afternoon or take a look at it in the morning. It's been a pretty good day, even though it's been a little muddy and the leaves have been a little wet. I think there's another wayside in the morning, like 5 miles. Probably be like the first wayside that had the hamburgers and just standard snack stuff, like a gas station. I'm sure we'll stop there for something.